and Joe was just telling a story about what happened to him in Queens or whatever it was, where he said to some guy, he says, oh, some guy said something that had to be a connected guy, and the guy said, what do you think, I'm funny? And Joe was like, whoa, and he told the story, and then Marty said, like how Marty works, like who knows? I mean, he's just a genius guy, and he just said, well, maybe it's better than just starting, because really the scene started is when the guy comes up and he hits him on the head with the glass, and so Marty decided to put that in the front of that, and then we improv it, we rehearsed it, and just like made it up as it happened, and then they put it to writing, because the way Marty works with the camera, everything had to be pretty specific, and then it just happened. But when we were filming it, Joe went off book, and Marty didn't like that, and said, bring it back, it's not really an improv. We kind of solidified it, and then it just happened.
And it's terrifying. And then there's Papa. There's the center of the whole thing, Paul Sorvino. 25 years later, it's getting younger. I don't know how that's happening. How do you find that character? You know, you're a man. I always think of you as a Renaissance man anyway. You're a singer. You're a cook, and the character you're playing with, the care that he takes, the old world values. You can mess around, but you can't do drugs. You got to shave your thing. Where did that come from? How'd you build that out?
Well, you know, it's all part of one thing that you look for, and then everything comes from that. A lot of actors talk about choices, but the fact of the matter is when you find the spine of that character, it's kind of like an inhabitation from which you might need an exorcism. But when you find that spine, it makes all the decisions for you. I have to I like your choices. What choices? I found the guy, and the guy made the choices. So when you say, how did I find the way to be that kind of fellow, it was very difficult. And I was quitting after almost 4 weeks. We were supposed to start 3 days later. And I called my manager and said, let me out of this. I can't do it. Because, you know, the externals of the role, that is to say, to walk the talk. Yeah, middle-aged Italian-American man from New York. Really hard. Where am I going to find that? So, but the real difficulty there was the inner life. That kind of lethality. The same guy could say, hey, what the best? You know, these gavadils are really good. You should get some of this. And that kind of weird bifurcation of character, it really exists. You can see them in, I mean, I stay away from him, I get scared of him. But when you really see these people talk, when they're home, they're family people. When they're out, they're shooting people, they're killing people, or allowing people to be killed. Well, that really is so far from me. You know, I'm a poet, I'm an opera singer, I'm an author, none of it is gangster, you know, I'm a sculptor. None of it is gangster. And so when I was trying to find this, I was really at a loss. What do you do? And so as I said, get me out. I called him up and said, get me out.
Right.
And then I was going to fix my tie, and I saw this guy. And it scared the hell out of me.
You thought,
And I said,
got
what
it.
was that? Oh, that's the guy.
Done.
So that's how that happened.
Nick.